When it comes to AI for developers, it seems like everyone is talking about tools. Which copilot, which chatbot. But what if that's the wrong conversation entirely? Today, we're going to talk about a huge shift, moving from just using AI tools to actually orchestrating AI as a full-blown system.
So, to really get what this means, let me tell you a quick story about two developers. First up, we've got Priya. She's a senior dev, 8 years of experience, really knows her stuff. And then there's Marcus. He's a junior, super new, only been on the team for about 6 months.
Okay, so here's where things get weird. Priya, the senior dev, she's using all the latest AI tools and gets about a 20% productivity boost, which, hey, that's not bad at all. But Marcus, the junior, he's shipping features twice as fast. And his code is cleaner and better tested. Wild, right?
So, what is going on here? How is a junior developer with just 6 months of experience absolutely running circles around a senior with 8 years under her belt? It's not like he's smarter or pulling all-nighters. So what's the secret?
Well, the answer has less to do with their individual skills and more to do with something called the partial adoption problem. It's this huge gap between just using AI tools and actually leveraging them for what they can really do.
And this probably sounds super familiar to a lot of you. Most developers, just like Priya, are kind of bolting AI tools onto their old workflows. You use ChatGPT when you're stuck on a bug, you've got Copilot for autocomplete, maybe Claude to glance over a pull request. Each one helps a little bit, for sure.
And what's the result? Well, it's exactly what we saw with Priya. You get these small, incremental gains. A 10, maybe 20% boost. And look, it feels like you're making progress, but what you're actually doing is missing the entire revolution that's happening right under your nose.
Here's the best way to think about it. It's like buying a brand new smartphone and only using it to make phone calls. I mean, yeah, it works, you can call people, but you're completely ignoring the App Store, the camera, the GPS, the internet, literally everything that makes it a smartphone in the first place.
This all comes down to a fundamental shift in your mental model. The old way of thinking is, I write the code and sometimes AI helps me out. But the new way, the way Marcus thinks, is totally different. It's AI and I are co-creating this software. We're partners from the very first idea all the way to deployment. So what's even making this massive shift possible? Well, it turns out it's not just one thing. It's the convergence of 9. That's right, 9 simultaneous revolutions that are completely turning software development on its head. Let's dig in. Okay, we're not going to list all 9, but just look at a few of these. We're going from AI as just a fancy autocomplete to an actual reasoning partner. Instead of fighting with syntax, we're just describing what we want in plain English. The speed at which we can learn new things is going through the roof. And all that boring boilerplate code we used to write, it's just vanishing. Any one of these, on its own, would be a huge deal. But here is the absolute key to understanding what's happening right now. These 9 revolutions, they don't just add up. They multiply, and that changes everything. This isn't simple addition. It's compounding, exponential power. Think about it like this. What happens when you combined natural language programming, so coding in plain English, with exponential learning velocity, getting feedback in seconds instead of hours or days? You don't just get a little better. It's not a 2x boost. No way. You get a 10x leap in what you can build. That's the multiplication effect right there. Okay, so this incredible multiplicative power is out there. The big question is, how do we actually tap into it? It all starts with a new mindset. You have to stop thinking of yourself as just a coder and start thinking like a conductor. And this is exactly what Marcus is doing. He doesn't just jump into code. First, he writes out detailed specs in plain English. Then, he treats the AI like a pair programmer, a true thinking partner. He has it spit out a few different solutions, and he guides it, refines it toward the best one. And this is so important. He's constantly asking why. Why is this pattern better? He's not just getting code, he's building his own knowledge. And see? He's not even using more tools than Priya or fancier ones. It's not about the tools at all. It's about the mental model. The way he approaches the problem, his entire system, that's what makes all the difference. The mindset comes first. The tools are just tools. If you remember one thing from this, let it be this. You are not the author anymore. You're the conductor. You're not there to write every single line of code, every note. No. Your job is to set the vision, define the architecture, guide the orchestra of AI capabilities, and bring it all together to create something amazing. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Hey, a 20% boost sounds pretty good to me. I'll take it. But here's the thing. There's a huge cost to sticking with that old way of thinking. Because the gap between the tool users and the system orchestrators, it's not just growing, it's widening exponentially. The biggest risk of just partially adopting AI is that you'll hit that 10 or 20% productivity plateau and you'll just get stuck there. You'll be making these tiny linear gains while everyone else is riding an exponential wave. And honestly, over time, you're just going to get left behind. So you're really at a fork in the road here. There are two paths. Path 1, partial adoption, leads you straight to a flat plateau. It's basically a dead end. Path 2, system adoption, puts you on this steep exponential growth curve. And the difference between where those two paths end up, it's absolutely staggering.
Look, the bottom line is this. The rules of the game have changed. The old playbook is obsolete. This isn't about finding the next hot tool. It is all about changing your mindset first. Mindset first, tool second.
So that brings the question right back to you. Take a hard look at how you work every day. Are you a Priya? Or are you a Marcus? Are you a tool user, happy with those small incremental boosts? Or are you ready to become a system orchestrator? All right, I want to leave you with something you can do right now. It's a simple practice exercise. Go to your favorite AI assistant and give it this exact prompt. Just copy and paste it. And what's so cool about this is you're not just asking for advice. You are literally practicing the partnership we've been talking about this whole time. You're using AI to help you understand your own workflow better, to find your blind spots, and to take that very first step from being a tool user to becoming a true system builder.